Road junctions, people, and it's going to be brief and to the point, and I'm using a bit from Google Maps, so forgive me if anything comes up. Not my usual style. I normally talk about politics and socially related issues, but this one is primarily for my son because he's learning to drive. There are two basic types of road junction that you will encounter. This one is obviously more likely to be seen in towns and cities. In fact, it's Stradbroke Road in near to Galston, where I live, and we would call this a closed junction. Not closed, obviously, because there's a no entry sign or the road's closed due to roadworks, but because your view of the road around you is closed off. If you think of a kind of cone of vision radiating from about where your eyes are on the windscreen outwards, well, you're kind of at the tip of that cone, and you're not going to see very much until you move forwards towards those white lines. Let your instructor teach you about positioning the car, but be aware of the obstructions to your view. You'll see loads of this on the theory test, obviously, such as the hedges, or the hedge on your left, such as the wall on your right. Obviously you have those parked cars as you come up to the junction, so be aware of another great driving instructor saying, less space, less speed. You may want to consider, I think you pretty much would need to be in first gear to at least pause and look around at this junction. As you look at the junction, obviously be aware of the fact that there is a child pedestrian by the looks of things on the other side of the road. They may possibly cross as you turn out. Be aware also of the shadow from that tree, because that could mask the pedestrian. As you weigh up the junction, also look at those cars that are on the driveways. They don't look as though they're likely to pull out, but watch for people coming out of the houses who may get into the cars and consider driving them off. So that is a closed junction. You'll see them in various types and sizes, and obviously those ones are more likely to appear in what would be built up areas. Now, we can also deal with another type of junction besides these closed ones, which I've just let you see a note on here. Besides closed junctions, there are the exact opposite thereof, which are called open junctions. Now, just forget that image of the closed junction for a moment, but think about open junctions. These have a good view of the road you're on and the road you want to join or cross. Just reading my own notes. Found more often in the country. Look ahead and around about you for examples. Look when you're on a bus or travelling with others in a car or any type of transport. Even when you're walking, look for these more open as well as closed junctions. See on my diagram, of course, that the open junction, there's a crossroads and a T-junction here, has the hedgerow and the houses set, even has the little flag and the trees set, but they're actually much further back from the point where the road intersects the other, from, if you like, where the T is crossed or where the cross is in the crossroads at the bottom. Remember that when you approach the open junction, you may in time be able to do so possibly faster and in a slightly higher gear, because obviously your view onto the road that you are going to join is much greater. Look obviously for anything that may be coming in both cases before you decide to pull out, obviously, but your instructor will give you more information on that. Now, I'm of course talking here about joining the main road from a side road, but obviously you can look at it another way, considering regulating your speed and position, joining the side road from the main road. Two main types of junction then, and I hope that you will find this useful with your instructor as you learn not only to control the car's speed, but to position the car so that you get the best view at all junctions and remain safe. Thanks for watching.